Hey everyone, welcome back. And this is my review of In Search of Lost Future, Episode 3. We finally reached the third episode of the series, and all I can say is, obviously I never really drop anime. All I usually do is put them on hold and pick them up again sometime again later on. I'm not even going to drop or put this on hold because I really do want to continue it because I think it has great potential. But here's the thing. After watching this episode, first off, it gave me a lot of Higurashi vibes, okay? I'm perfectly honest with you. It gave me a lot of Higurashi vibes. Only, so far, it's not nearly as good. Okay. So, yeah, but... And because of that, I think it's a series that would best be watched as marathoning it from the beginning to the end. Not watching it weekly. I'm still going to continue watching it weekly, but I think the intended experience for this is marathoning it. Okay. Which, looking back on Higurashi, which I finished last week, I think Higurashi is the same series. I finished the first season anyways, but I think that the first season of Higurashi would be a series that I probably would not like it nearly as much if I watched it back when it came out weekly, okay? But I think I loved it a lot more because I actually marathoned it, okay? Now, like I said before, I'm still going to continue watching this series weekly, and if I like it enough, I might actually rewatch it and just marathon it after it's finished, okay? But that being said, if you're going to go into the series, even though I'm going to continue watching it weekly, I can't recommend that you do if you haven't watched it yet. Because I think this is a series that's really meant to be marathoned, okay? Hold on a second here. Okay, so I just wanted to say that right now. Now, because the concepts in the series I think are really interesting, and I think it has great potential. I love time travel concepts. It's funny because I put Steins Gate on hold after 2 episodes. But I love time travel concepts. I really do if they're written well. And this seems like it could have great time travel concepts in it if they're written well, and great tragedy in it too. I mean, did you see the end of the first fucking episode? Seriously. And the reason why I say it gives me those Higurashi vibes is because it seems like everything's reset. Now, of course, Higurashi, I think, made it work because it used 4 episodes to really build up these characters, and then finally reset after the first 4 episodes. And, after that it was, it's after a certain number of episodes it kept resetting, obviously. Instead of just after, 1 episode. But, still, it seems like the time has reset, which is what, and they're in some sort of this time loop, which is why that I said that it gives me real Higurashi vibes, although as so far it's not nearly as good or entertaining as Higurashi was, or thought-provoking for that matter. And apparently this ghost, which seemed like it could have been a huge plot point that could explain what Yui's purpose in the series was, no, apparently it was just a fake. Unless them saying that it was a fake by this other school club or whatever is just a ruse and there actually is a real ghost, I'm actually kind of pissed at that because that could have been a really interesting plot point. Although I still think that Yui is somehow connected to this whole time loop thing. Okay? I really do. But other than that, there wasn't really much in this episode. The animation for all 3 of these first episodes is kind of bad. There's lots of animation derps and animation lags in this episode. I saw so many scenes in this episode where the frames were lagging so bad. There was this scene in this episode where this guy didn't even have any fucking eyes. And he was right up close. And he did have bangs of his hair in front of his head, so you could use that as an excuse. But where his eyes would normally be, his hair was not that low. So that's just laziness right there. Now I don't say a series is shit purely based on the animation most of the time, but it's still something worth complaining about, I think. And that's just lazy, okay? And and the animation in the series is not that good. Let's just leave it at that, okay? That's really not. In fact, I think it might be its worst point so far. Now, watching this episode, This is another reason why I say this series is probably meant to be enjoyed as a marathon rather than week by week, because watching this episode, I almost fell asleep. I'm not kidding. I got serious Gaslit vibes. That's not a good fucking thing. When a series is able to give me flashbacks to Gaslit. Okay. Of course, I don't think I'd enjoy Gaslit, even if I did watch it weekly, because literally nothing happened. Or I mean, even if I did marathon, because literally nothing happened. But still, though, it's not a good thing when I'm able to get Gaslit flashbacks. Okay. The only other thing I think worth talking about in this episode is we got a flashback of when that one girl, who I don't remember what her name is yet, and Kaori actually met, which I thought that was pretty enjoyable. That's probably my favorite part about this episode. Okay. Either way, though, I think I'm going to wrap up this review. If you've been watching this series so far, and you haven't yet seen this week's episode, do I recommend it? Yes. Okay, if you already started watching the series and you don't want to drop it yet, or you want to watch episode 3 to make sure you don't want to drop, it or put it on hold or whatever, then I do recommend it. However, if you haven't started yet, I cannot recommend you start this series. I recommend that you go and marathon it when it's done, because I really think that this is the type of series, at least so far, that's meant to be marathon instead of watched weekly. So anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. These guys, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.